it's wonderful that we have some time together to talk about really exciting the DALL-E 2. Many of you know that DALL-E 2 and Midjourney and Stable Diffusion or Stable Diffusion 2 are the state-of-the-art text-to-image models that are really powerful, going to be disruptive in the labor market, creating the chance to eliminate many artistic tasks that are commonly done by humans. So I don't know whether it's for good or for bad, but I think the disruption of this kind of technology is going to be very pervasive in the next several years. So, but well, no, our goal is to learn the new technology and try to understand how we can use it for our research. And I tasked Xiaoxin and Wang to learn more about DALL-E 2, which is the OpenAI text-to-image model. And they've done a lot of groundwork. The models are stubborn sometimes to work with, and have a lot of potential tricks and potential techniques that you can apply to fully leverage the power of those text-to-image models. So today, I asked Xiaoxin and Fan to make a presentation to share what they've learned. And hopefully we are all going to benefit from their learning process. Xiaoxin, do you want to take it over?
Yeah. But I'm issue with the camera. Okay. Let's start. I shared my. All right. Hello, everyone. This time, let's talk about the image generation tool, DALL-E 2. It really amazed me because with DALL-E 2, I no longer need to spend a lot of time searching online for my ideal profile photo. I can, based on my imagination, to have a DALL-E 2 generate one for me. So now let's start to understand DALL-E 2. Here are the agenda of today. First, I will introduce what DALL-E is and how it actually works. And then there is how to quickly use DALL-E 2, as well as some prompt templates I have summarized during use, which can help DALL-E 2 generate image that better matched my expectations, and introduce several tools that can help us better generate image. And the future shared directions list some resources and reference I used. Well, before the beginning, I would like to say that all the picture you are able to see are not real, except for the principal architecture. They are created through AI. Perhaps some of them may be familiar to you, but it could be that used a certain artist or things prompt. Yeah, now introduce about what DALL-E 2 is. In January 2021, OpenAI introduced the DALL-E, a system that could generate image from text. DALL-E was created by training neural network on image and their text description. Through deep learning, it not only understands individual objects like koala bears and motorcycles, but learns from relationship between the object. When you need a picture, DALL knows how to create that or anything else with the relationship to another object or action, such as koala bears riding motorcycle. DALL research has three main outcomes. First, it can help people express themselves visually in ways they may not have been able to before. Second, in the AI generated image can tell us a lot about whether the system understands us or it's just repeating what has been taught. Third, DALL help human understanding how AI systems see and understanding our world. This is a critical part of being AI that's useful and safe. All in all, DALL has shown us how AI system understanding and create the world through visual images. 1 year after release of DALL, OpenAI introduced the DALL 2, which takes this technology even further with higher resolution, greater comprehension, and new capabilities. DALL 2 can expand the image beyond what's in the original canvas, creating expansive new composition and filling over place part of an image with the AI generated imagery that blend seamlessly with the original, which called inpainting. You can see in this picture that DALL not only adds dark to the swimming pool, but also generates response caused by the dark in the water. Additionally, DALL 2 can take an image as input and create a variation with different angles and styles. When evaluators were asked to compare 1,000 images generated from DALL 2 and DALL, more than 70% of people believe that the images generated by DALL 2 are more relevant to the test description, and nearly 90% of people believe that the image generation by DALL 2 are more realistic than DALL. Then let's take a look inside and understand how it works. DALL 2 consists of two parts. One to convert caption into representations of an image called the prayer, and other to turn this representation into an actual image, and this part is called the decoder. The text and image representation using DALL 2 are coming from another technology, again, developed by OpenAI called CLIP. So to understand how CLIP is used in DALL 2, let's take a close look first at what CLIP is. CLIP stands for contrastive language image pro-training. Is a narrow network model that returns the best caption given an image, and it's essential to DALL 2 because it functions as the mean bridge between text and the image. Broadly, CLIP represents the idea that language can be a vehicle for teaching computers how different images relate to one another. Formally, it prescribes a simple way to carry out this teaching. CLIP is constructive model, so it doesn't try to classify image. Instead, what it does is match image to their corresponding captions. CLIP consists of two neural networks, a network encoder and an image encoder that are trained on a large, diverse collection of image test pairs. Each encoder maps its input to a point on a global that function as a concept space shared by the modalities. During each step of training, CLIP receives a list of images and a corresponding list of captions that describe them. Using this data, we can form two types of image test pairs. A matching pair, the blue one, in which an image is paired up with its corresponding caption, and a mismatching pairs, the gray one, in which an image is paired up with any other caption. The encoder tries to map the matching pairs to nearby points on this global, and mismatching pairs to distant points. So the problem CLIP is optimizing for is making sure that similarity between the embedding of an image and the embedding of its caption is as high as possible if we organize the image and test embedding like so. There is more you can learn about the CLIP, of course, but this is enough to understand how to use in DALL-E 2. So let's go back to the DALL-E architecture.
Xiaoxin, could you go back to the previous slide?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure so everyone understands regarding some of the basic terminologies here. So as Xiaoxin mentioned that the magic of DALL-E 2 actually comes from two aspects. One is the text encoder, and next is the embedding, right? The image and text embedding. So the difference between the encoder and embedding is that encoder, you could imagine that we use integers to represent each word, or for example, each token, right? Or image encoder basically is just using numbers, for example, from 0 to 255 to represent different pixel colors and channels. Okay? And then the embedding is different because in the embedding, we represent each word or each token is represented by a sequence of floating numbers, right? Floating numbers are numbers with decimal points, for example, float 16 or float 32. The power of the embedding is to consider each word or each token or each pixel is represented by a sequence of numbers, for example, a sequence length of 128 or say 1028. And then we can use that vector of sequence to understand the similarities between different words or similarities between word and image. So this is where Xiaoxin mentioned about how we can actually compare the similarity between image embedding and text embedding, because both are represented by the same length of sequence of floating numbers, right? And you know that the dot product between two vectors is just the Pearson's correlation coefficient. That is you are quite familiar with. So actually, the magic comes from the embedding so that we can somehow understand the token-wise or image-wise or actually pixel-wise similarities. We can create those matrices represented by the dot product between vectors to understand the similarity. So that is really the key of those kind of models. And of course, those numbers those embeddings are not given. Those embeddings are learned through the neural network using backpropagation. So so that is the key aspect here. Yeah. So Xiaoxin, yeah, please go on.
Yes, thank you, Dr. And to all the details about it. Yeah. You can see in this architecture, the blue vector show here is the clip text embedding, and the orange one is the clip image embedding. The prior takes the clip text embedding, which is easily generated from the caption through the clip text embedding, and creates a clip image embedding out of it. The researchers try two different options from the prior. One of them is called the auto-regressive prior, and the other one is called the diffusion prior. But they found out that the diffusion model works better for DALL-E 2. Diffusion models are generative model, and their working principle is actually quite simple. Diffusion model take a piece of data, for example, a photo, and gradually add noise to it over time stamp until it is not recognizable anymore. And from the point, they try to reconstruct this image to go back to its original form. By doing that, they learn how to generate image or data. So once the prior creates the clipped image embedding, the next step is to create the image itself, and the decoder is responsible for that. And the researchers tried the model by passing the caption directly to the decoder, and also the text embedding directly to the decoder. They found that having the prior actually yield the best result, something like this. So let's move on to the decoder. In DALL-E 2, the decoder is also a diffusion model, but it is an adjusted one as the decoder. The researchers are using another model that was created by OpenAI called GLAD. The GLAD itself is an image generation model, but different from the peer division model. It also includes the embedding of the text that were given to the model to support the image creation process. So at the end, you will create an image based on the text. In DALL-E 2, the decoder is set up so that it not only includes the text information, in the text information like in GLAD, but it also includes the clip embedding to support the image generation. After a preliminary image create that is 64 times 64 pixels, there are two upsampling steps to make the image high resolution, and this is how image generation happens with DALL-E 2. So let's also take a look at how the variation are created with DALL-E 2. Making a variation of a given image means that you keep the mean element and the style of an image, but change the trivial details. In DALL-E 2, this is done by obtaining the image clip, image embedding, and running that through the decoder. By encoding and image using clip, and then decoder this image, embedding using the diffusion decoder. We can also say what information was caught by clip and what information was lost. For example, this picture of the grocery store, clip manages to keep the details of the existence of the grocery store as well as the stylistic details, while varying the trivial details of image. Through the brief introduction about, you may already know what DALL is and how it works. However, for beginners, generating a creative image is very challenging. So advantages of prompt engineering are evident. In Dr. Yang's last sharing, the background of prompt engineering and its application in ChatGPT was introduced in details. In the application of text to image, the aim of prompt engineering is also to introduce the human creativity and imagination into machine learning models and improve image qualities and imaginations to the higher level through prompt. In May 2021, before AI paintings such as DALL became popular on the internet, some people found that and Unreal Engine to the prompt instantly skyrocketed the image quality. This may be the earliest practice of prompt engineering in the text to the image. Well crafted prompt can provide valuable information about the desirable feature of the image, such as color, shape, objects, and background. It can also help guide the model towards producing images that are consistent with the intended concept, enhancing the user experience. Then we talk about how to improve the quality of the prompt. The complexity and predictability of DALL 2 responds to text input, which make it challenging to create a regular guidance manual. Even if the same prompt template is used, the image provided by DALL 2 are always different. It is difficult to evaluate the specific impact of individual prompts on the final product. This has led to increased excitement and interest in the field of AI-driven prompt engineering. As researchers work to understand how various prompts and inputs can affect the output of generative AI model. A prompt is a sentence 400 characters or less that describe the image you want. Prompts can be very long or very short. It depends on what you want, such as the following picture. If you just want to get an image of medieval town, you can describe it very simply or in details, depending on your expectation and understanding of the image. Firstly, you need to understand what you want. You need to tell DALL 2 what content is included in your image, and use the simplest vocabulary. Describe the details you want as detailed as possible. Because although AI has been trained and understands many professional vocabulary, it sometimes cannot understand the meaning of sentence very well. This is why you need to guide AI step by step to create images that match your expectation. Image creation is not achieved overnight. Sometimes it is a long process. For example, if you want a photo on Amazon, if you only enter a photo on Amazon, DALL may not know what Amazon means, so you only get an image of a tomato. You need a further explain and obtain the image through the repeated attempts. DALL understands many artist professional terms. For example, the prompt of these two images. Using central composition instead of the lighthouse located in the middle of the picture, you can get a similar image. So if you're familiar with the art field such as painting, photograph, film, architecture, literature, may be of great help to your own prompt. Such as if you understand the painting style of Picasso, Van Gogh, and Hayao Miyazaki, you may create photos that are more in line with the expectation. Moreover, when you understand the spatial layout, light and shadow structure, light type, and historical background, you will more accurately and directly describe the specific image in your mind, which will also help DALL to better understand the result you want. But if you don't know a lot about the professional terms, you can ask ChatGPT or describe the detail as closely as possible to the desired result. For example, sometimes just describe the style of Picasso cannot actually express your meaning. You can try to expand on Cubist painting by Pablo Picasso, 1934, colorful, in the style of the two girls reading. Maybe this is the best for your prompt. Perhaps you may be confused as to why sometimes saying too much doesn't play a crucial role, and sometimes it needs to be expanded. In most cases, it is determined based on the desired outcome and whether this prompt have a professional terminology to summarize. For example, the prominent feature of the Hayao Miyazaki painting are light, fresh, romantic, peaceful, close to nature. You can use the style of Hayao Miyazaki instead of it, and you can get the similar image. But sometimes you have a very special idea. For example, if you want to create a painting similar to Wang's the Starry Night, you need to write a style of Wang as well as the Starry Night 1889. Of course, if you are not familiar with the professional terminology, but have special ideas, a detailed description may be the best choice. DALL is like a black box. Even with the same prompt, different results will be obtained. So create a high quality image requires a combination, imagination, professional knowledge, and accuracy experience. The process involves forming a clear mental image of the desired output and effectively communicate this version to AI model. Through a circle of testing and refinement, the desired image can be achieved. It may not always be possible to achieve the desired outcome on the first attempt, but by continuously iterating and refining the process, satisfactory results can be achieved. And DALL also has a creative eye and has studied over 400 million images. So if you don't have a specific idea, there is nothing wrong with being vague and seeing what happens. DALL may bring you unexpected surprise. Now let's take a look at the prompt template I summarized when using text to image tools like DALL, which mainly includes the following three parts. The main body is necessary, which will represent the basic for generating an image. Whether the image in your mind is the person or object, abstract concept, or a short story, you need to tell DALL to. Detail setting refers to the details of the object, such as the characteristic, structure, background, and emotion. Whether you want the subject to be in the forest or 1/3 of the screen, you can describe it in the detail setting. And the modification part is selected based on your expectation, whether you want wild painting or imitating Da Vinci. All modifiers add outside the main body and the detail setting are considered as the modification part of the prompt templates. Of course, DALL 2 has a strong creativity. Even if you only input a simple means part, sometimes it can still create a structurally complete image for you. The subject is the most important part, and all of your prompt should be added around the subject. The choice of subject can be various, so as animal, landscape, mountains, rivers, festival, people, and can also be combined together. The description of the main body can be short or long, depending on the sense of a story you want to create. The more subjects there are, the more description will be added accordingly. it is particularly important to note that DALL 2 is very careful when it comes to drawing photo realistic people. Sometimes even the real image of some animals may appear stranger, which is due to the ethical and legal consideration. If you still need to include a person in your picture, consider converting your drawing in digital art or maybe oil painting. After giving the subject, you need to provide the necessary description of the subject. Describe the main characters of the subject, such as size, color, shape. DALL 2 knows the lemons are yellow, but it still needs a hint or two. So if the girl is holding great yellow fresh lemon in her hand instead of the short, the girl is holding lemons. As you can see, the difference might be subtle, but it's there. After future description, the lemon detail texture provided by DALL more realistic. And then you need to consider which structure is more suitable for conveying your idea to the viewers, which is the same as the composition in painting. To help you organize and arrange the main body you want to present in a limited screen, in order to convey an impactful visual art to the viewers. Here you can use the composition method in painting photograph to arrange the overall layout of the picture, such as the role of third composition. These professional terms may be helpful to you, but the premise is that you need to know which composition method is suitable for your image. And if you have a specific idea and arrangement, you need to describe the position, angle, height, distance of the subject as detailed as possible. When you image already have main body details and structure, a rough image has been generated. However, to make the image look more impressive, you may also need to render a background for the image, such as the forest, beach, small town, and various colored backgrounds. Adjective can also be used for background, such as medieval town, west forest, beautiful beach. At this point, we can have rabbit riding a skateboard to explore the beach, small town, and even the universe. The next is the emotion. It's agreed that good image can convey emotions to viewers. So if you want to generate a creative image, you may need to add a little emotion to prompt. Sometimes the AI may not be able to distinguish the progress of emotion very well, but it may be able to distinguish between positive and negative emotion. This prompt from emotion expression may change in the different things, depending on the subject being impressed. For example, when I use a sad to describe a person or a dog, it will provide a specific expression and eyes. When I use the sad to describe a small town, it may rely more on color to convey, just like this for oil painting, conveying different emotions through the different color. With the main body and the detailed description, you can actually start using DALL-E 2 to generate image. The modification part is to make your image more stylish and distinctive, and to improve the image quality. For example, you can consider adding artistic modifiers in the prompt, and art types can create different types of expression and artist effects. Here are some commonly used art types that can be used for reference. I won't say much about the type of painting. Among the type of the film, here I have listed some types that I have tried. By adding this prompt, the street of Hong Kong look like they have used a different shooting machine and have different visual effects. After that, you may really like a few art school or painters and want all things in image to be inspired by their style. So DALL-E 2 has helped you achieve this dream. You can use the style of your favorite to generate a different green graph with just one click. And do you want the Mona Lisa to travel through time and space, and a time background will give the Mona Lisa a unique color and style from that historical stage. Of course, in addition to this era divisions based on the history and the social progress, you can specific year or era. Light can not only highlight the main body, but also create an atmosphere in the picture with colors. The light we commonly use in dividing into the natural light, such as sunlight, and the artificial light, for example, studio lighting. Photograph requires the use of different lenses and sighting to serve image. Similarly, DALL-E 2 can selectively generate image by inputting camera parameters. Perhaps you can see the subtle difference between these photos, such as the wide angle, where you can see a slight deformation of the image, with the straight lines turn into the curves. Sometimes when you want to create an image, it has a specific purpose, such as using it on promotion post, demonstrating PowerPoint. At this time, you can add the theme setting to your project, such as sport, fashion, photograph, teaching image. You can also create and imitate specific scenes such as a movie and work of art. Of course, DALL-E 2 can only generate image with the maximum resolution of 1024 times 1024. Increasing the resolution in the prompt is only to maximize the clarity of the image. Perhaps you also want to create more spatial impression in photos to enhancing their visual impact and attractive viewers at a deeper level, thereby bring more influential and unforgettable visual experience. Finally, add the word detail, digital art, and trending on ArtStation to comprehensively upgrade your generation. Trending on ArtStation is a social network for artists and designers aimed at helping them share and discover excellent artworks. It provides a global platform for artists and designers to showcase their works and communicate with other artists and designers. So if you end the trending on ArtStation in your prompt, perhaps it can generate a popular style image on the ArtStation. Of course, among so many prompts, the mean body and the detail setting are essential part for generating a complete image. As for the modification part, not all prompts need to be used. When you try to create images, use the prompt templates, you will find that some prompts are not so necessary, while others can play a key role, which is related to the image and expectation you imagine. This is normal because tuning prompt is a process of the repeat attempts. When you start to use DALL-E 2, you may find that even if you master some templates, you still cannot obtain the ideal image through your own description. At this point, you will want to know what description AI will give to the specific image, which requires the image to text to image image to text to help us. In this regard, the website KnowledgeBox and Midjourney may be helpful. KnowledgeBox has some prompt templates that are divided into different modules. You can select a specific prompt according to your needs and add them to your own prompt. Of course, you can also directly generate image on the KnowledgeBox. Midjourney is relatively more advanced, which truly converts images into text. Almost all the Midjourney's generation and interaction occurs within the decoder community, using its decoder robot to receive the request and send the generation result. On April 3rd, Midjourney releases the describe feature. which can help a user translate image into text. As you can see, for an image, the describe filter can provide more than one description, which can help us understand the AI understanding of a prompt. Similarly, you can also take with others or seek help on the decoder community. However, when I try to use the describe tool to describe my image, it always asks me to activate the subscription. So I can only watch others' discussion in the community. Because I'm not subscribed to Midjourney, I'm unable to use the describe tool. Therefore, I found an open source code on GitHub that seamless can translate text from describe tool from others. This code also creates a web interface for the tools, which can translate text from image uploaded by users, and also reprocessing our own text. Let's take a look at the Google Colab of the code. This code mainly consists of three parts. The first part translates the text, like translate Chinese into English and translate English to other language. And the second part is the simple method of generating text that can be used as an image title for input prompt using a pre-trained language model from the text to image prompt generator. The third part is the show of this filter using for generating prompt from the image and text input. This text input, and function takes an image and mode as input and returns a prompt generated from the image. The parameter specific the model to use for generated prompt within option includes the best, classic, fast, and negative. And it also provides the user with the user-friendly web interface like this. When I upload an image, it can have me describe the characters of the image. I use this description to generate the new image and compare the compare it with the original image. We can see that the style and the detail are basically the same. So it is an effective code. Afterwards, I input my prompt into the dialog box and ask it to help me expand it. I can say that it can generate more than one description, some of which can be used as the title of the image, like this, and some of which can be used as the prompt for generating a new image. And it also helped me define the proportion of the image. Then we use one of the extent to generate a new image, and we may find that it has helped us change some style and things. But the main body has not changed. It's still a girl walking on a street of a small town. Of course, you can also find more inspiration on ChatGPT. I asked the ChatGPT about the DALL description, which helped me generate more detailed description. Based on the ChatGPT's suggestion, I have made a new change to the main part section, resulting in more detailed and realistic result. So the progress of the AI shocked me. Previously, people believed that AI could only handle heavy mechanical tasks with the creativity, but the emergence of the AI technology such as DALL has once again refreshed the human understanding of AI, and AI can also be very creative. With rapid interaction and upgrading of the AI model capability, it may be some extent replace the work of junior Peters. But humans are also working together with the AI to progress and motivate each other. Therefore, AI cannot completely replace the work of designers, but it can indeed assist designers in achieving their goals faster and better. AI technology is consistently evolving and becoming more advanced. It is important to adopt mindset of lifelong learning and constantly be willing to learn and adapt to new things. In process of learning DALL and searching for the information, I found that many tools are very interesting, such as the following: make a video, Jasper, Milbert. AI can generate social media posts, videos, and music from the text. AI not only bring convenience to our lives, but also encourage us to constantly learn and progress. Finally, this is some resources and the reference I used when I was studying and preparing for DALL 2. Thank you all.
That's just fantastic. Really well done. So Xiaoxin, you, I think we all agree that you amazed us by providing such rich information and guidance. So it completely, I would say, rebalanced my personal view about what DALL and the other text-to-image models can do. So my previous understanding probably was too simplistic. As you really well described that the combination of imagination and accurate description plus the substantial knowledge about artwork and artistic mind is going to create the probably the best of its kind image. So I hopefully really everyone learned a lot. I personally learned a lot from your presentation, and the artwork you created are also very impressive. So I haven't really tried DALL myself, but I would definitely do. And the Mid Journey probably as well. So I encourage everyone to just to learn about the DALL 2, and just probably following your slide. Maybe I think definitely share the slide with all of us, so we probably just for the short time we can't absorb all the information, because you talk a lot about the art history, the artistics that are probably much beyond at least my personal expertise. So there's really a lot for us to learn. So fantastic work. So I know that you must spend a lot of time, Fan as well. So we also want to thank you, Fan, for your contribution. I know this is a joint product. So I'm really impressed by the presentation. So I guess the audience will have a lot of questions. I do have many questions, but I do have to run in 2 or 3 minutes because the game is almost over. But definitely for everyone who stay, please ask questions. I think Xiaoxin here, she has learned tons of materials during the past 2 weeks, and definitely post questions. So I have one particular question, though I probably there's something that I won't be able to listen to answers because I do have to go. But I'm interested in the other functionalities that you mentioned. DALL-E not only being able to create art, but also doing in-painting. Basically, if I have an image already, but I want to add something or subtract something from the image, the DALL-E could help us with that. So I'm really intriguing what we can do with the interpainting. The other is what you mentioned about creating variations of the same image. For example, I know that could be handled previously by the variational autoencoder, the VEA, but now we have DALL-E. So that could be really helpful if you want to create a series of artwork, for example, cartoons, right? We use the same character, but this character could be doing one thing on one scene, doing another thing in another scene. So yeah, so one is the in-painting, one is the image variations. I presumably those are very practical skills we want to learn. So if you could just in a time maybe addressing these questions, and I guess many people have other questions as well. But I have to run. I'll listen to the recording and learn from your and the fans' experiences. But thank you. I truly appreciate both of your fantastic effort, and thank you everyone for attending. So please ask questions. So I apologize. I have to run first. But we'll see you in 2 weeks, and then in 2 weeks' time, we invite another fantastic students who to talk about a very different thing, basically how to create a web application using Gridio, which is a newly developed tool for creating web applications based on machine learning models. So we are going to be to listen to her presentation 2 weeks later. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Please post questions. I'll listen to the recordings. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'll take over as host. But Xiaoxin, you can share like what's your answer to Professor An's 2 questions?
Sorry, maybe limited my language, and I wonder Dr. Ans want to know, like the cartoon, how to in-painting or generation in the DALL-E 2, something like that, or one certain person in the picture, something, the DALL-E is limited of the of it. If you input the same prompt, but the DALL can't generation the same picture. So if you want create certain people like some like Conan on the cartoon, maybe you should give the details about it. But if you want to create certain people do different things, maybe the DALL can't generation this inputting. And the maybe I can I don't test this question that Dr. Ans asked, but I think now DALL-E 2 can't generation or variation the certain people in series. So I don't know if it's clear for the question or may I ask the Dr. Yang to explain it?
Yeah, I can like help a little bit. I think one of Dr. Ann's question is if we can use the function of image variations of DALL-E 2 and like use this function to generate a series of cartoons or pictures, basically the same character, but probably doing different things. So like based on the experience we have right now is that we are not quite sure if we can do that in through DALL-E 2. So if you take a close look at the picture on the current slide, the image variations, they just generate something very similar, but like the main character is the same, but there are some variations. But the thing is that we cannot control the variation. So like Xiaoxin said, the DALL-E 2 is a black box. We didn't really know what's happening inside the networks. So it's really hard for us to control the variations. So there are variations, but we just cannot control them based on like our appearance right now. So so my understanding is that it's really hard for us to do that right now, but I'm quite sure, I'm really like confident that in the future we might be able to do that. All right.
Great. I'm just wondering that if we can like combine the image variation with the text, like you can tell the story and it will generate a cartoon, a short video that a large number of like designers or illustrators of game company will lose their job. So any other question or thoughts or comments? I'll just share my thoughts. Like, I really like Miyazaki's cartoon, but I never think that we can use Miyazaki's style to create your own thinking of artwork. So and I want to thank Dr. Fan and Xiaoxin. You not only provide me an artificial intelligence talk, but also like an art class describing the characteristics, structure, and some other modification parts. It's really impressive. And one of my thoughts is, I think that it has some similarities with ChatGPT's prompt engineering. For example, like text can be generated in the style of Shakespeare, and the photos can be generated in the style of Miyazaki's. So yeah, that's one of my thoughts. And for question, I really have a really quick and simple question. When you describe the modification part, one of it's the detailed. I can understand about like digital art, but what you means about a detailed picture, is that you need to write something detailed, like what's the background is, or other things. What's the detailed mean? That's my question. I think your example also shows a prompt like a detailed, very detailed 4D or 4K picture, something like that.
Yeah, I think the details setting is includes the characteristics such as the lemons. You should describe the lemons with the yellow fresh lemon, something like that, or you should give the tell the DALL-E 2 that you want what you want. Maybe the structure, you want the building in the middle of the structure, and maybe you want the building at the view of the third structure. So you should tell the DALL-E 2 the details. The details include something like that, characteristics, structure, background, emotion, color. Maybe the color is the subject color, or the all-paintings color. Just depends your expectation. With more details, your description, and to add it in your prompt.
Yeah.
Maybe the detailed in the prompt. It means that maybe you describe the picture, but something you will miss. And if you add the detail into the prompt, maybe the DALL-E can help you to detail something in the picture. but we don't know which details it can help us to create.
Yeah, no, makes sense. Yeah. I saw Chen raise her hand.
Yeah, I have a question about the picture of dogs in a swimming pool. Dr. Wang, could you please go back to that? Yes. So I'm interested in how did you generate the first picture to the second one? Did you write a totally new prompt, or you just keep the original one and add more detail?
I upload this picture, upload the picture to the DALL-E 2, and this I will select this square, and I tell the DALL-E 2 I want to add the duck on the in the swimming pool, so the DALL-E 2 can add the duck in the swimming pool. And but you can if you want a certain duck, like the yellow duck or green duck, you should tell the DALL-E 2 like generation the picture.
Okay,
The
thank you.
prompt is the same. Yeah.
Yeah, and also if I like generate one picture from the DALL-E 2 and then like maybe add more details. So for example, like please add a dog in the middle of the swimming pool. Will that works?
Maybe that works, but I don't try it because the inputting is if you upload a original picture, and you should you should erase this space and tell the DALL-E 2 you want at this part add a duck. But if you use the promote, add the duck in the swimming pool at the generation, maybe it work.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I have another question. I'm curious about how you write prompts about the image variation. For example, the tiger, how you write a prompt to get the other three?
This one?
Yeah. Others.
Maybe.
Yeah. You just click image variation and it varies, or you write something.
I don't write anything. Just I have this picture, original picture. I upload to the DALL-E 2 and click the variations. It maybe gives the other 4 pictures like this, but different with the different angle or different background.
So it didn't have like a text cell for you to write something.
Yeah.
How to vary. Okay. I think maybe in the future it can.
Yeah, maybe in the future it can.
Yes, just like the protein use the an AI tool to predict the protein structure, and some scientists said in the future, AlphaFold 2, and for the next generation of AlphaFold, it can predict the dynamics of protein. I think maybe image variation also can generate for short you know, GIF in the future. Okay, so is that any other question? Okay, so thank you, Dr. Wang and Dr. Yang. Let's stop here. I'll stop recording.